Good afternoon, folks. This is Mann on George Page, aka the Emperor of Film Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. I am so sorry I'm so late. I was working some stuff, and then I'm older now. And this happens to you when you get older. I had a little nap, and then I realized that what time it was. Time just flew by. Now I sent the link to my partner Jen. I hope he's able to see it. Maybe you want to jump on. But if not, you got me. I've done solo shows by myself, and there he goes. Hey, I
Hello.
I am so sorry that I'm late. I had working on some stuff. I took a small little nap and then realized that time flies so fast. We get my age. A little nap is just no more than it takes time.
Yeah, yeah, I know how those naps can be. You just don't want to get up sometimes.
Yeah. Especially been doing some stuff and working on stuff. So what, I'm just gonna take a little quick now. I did So anyway, you know, we got here balls deep. What up, salute Chicago in here. Appreciate you, balls deep. Uh, don't say gato on deck. I don't know how that is, but we appreciate you coming through and smash that like button. Thank you. Smash that like button, folks. If you listen to this, uh, our little discussion here. Now, today's discussion is about the impact of European field bodybuilders on bodybuilding over the years. As you know, bodybuilding has been, well, actually, truth of it, bodybuilding was started by a Canadian. Joe Weider was originally from Canada, and he started, competing bodybuilding in the early days. Bodybuilding around for quite a long time, but it had really get mainstream to about, I think, like about the late '60s, early '70s, thanks to guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Frank Zane, and many other guys who have been pioneering for the sport. But the thing is that for many years, we have always had a respect and love for these women who come across the seas to compete in this sport. You have legends such as uh, you know, uh, you know, Angela Langer, Juliet Bergman, Hella Trevino. Let's see, Maan Maber. There's so many names. I'm trying to pull off the top of my head. People like Alina Popa, and other stars who have come from different parts of Europe and represented bodybuilding. And we to DJ K Slade. Yeah, DJ K Slade. He died last week. He was a rapper, a producer, a DJ. He was a legend from because I heard some stuff he worked with people on. But appreciate you, Balls Deep. White Bova was my favorite. Yeah, why think about White Bova? She's everybody's favorite because what she did over her career. And the one thing is she never turned pro. I think she might did get her pro card, but she hasn't competed like yet. And she's everybody's favorite. So appreciate it, brother. So anyway, discussion is that how the impact over the years have female bodybuilders have from Europe have on the in the bodybuilding world. Do you have any favorites you know of from across the oceans, Jen?
Um, Andrula Blanchett. Um, she's definitely one that I find aesthetically probably one of the most pleasing. Um, I Who's another one that I can think of? Hella Trevina. Uh, what's
Baldy's dropped one. Lisa Cross from Great Britain. You
yeah.
know, also another lady from Great Britain, Paula Birkinshaw. You have also a lady who I follow on social media from England. Her name is Gemma Lancaster. Great physique, great potential. You know,
Wendy McCready.
yeah, Wendy McCready, who I also follow on social media. Uh, Lisa Liu. Lisa Liu. I think Lisa Liu was black. I'm not sure she was European, and she was competing in bodybuilding. I think she competed in either figure or physique. I mean figure, or I mean let me pull it up real quick, but I'm trying to remember. But there's so many list of ladies because I know Jared sent me the video about Lisa McCready. Whitney McCready. I listened to a good bit, and she's back there in England because I know I reached out to her about she was everything about coming back, but she says no, she's focused more on doing what she's doing now, which is she's doing work with people to develop themselves. It's also motivation stuff, and she still trains and help people in development. But yeah, I think Lisa Lowe was I think a fitness, and more likely she was also a fitness competitor. She was a model, but yeah, I remember her. Very attractive woman. I might even, if I get enough picture stuff, sharing competition stuff, I might do a comparison video. But yeah, yeah, she's
Lena
black.
Popa.
Lena Popa, like I mentioned. Um, you know, Balls Deep dropped another one from Italy. We have Barbara Carriti. I remember Barbara Carriti. I used to follow her. She's, last year she retired. Because for personal reasons. Another lady from Italy is Mate. Salvia Mate, who I follow. She's from Italy. It's just a long list of women from
You got
across the
the
oceans.
lady from the Swiss, Julia Foray.
Furry, yeah, yeah. She's from Switzerland. Also, another lady from Switzerland who I'm a fan of, Jay Fuchs. How can I forgot?
Jay
I think
Fuchs. Yep.
I love Jay Fuchs. Salute all the way to George Page coming through, smashing that like. Thank you, Marcus Bell, for coming through, smashing that like. Appreciate you, brother. We that's my brother from CS Combat Sports. He's also a great guy. I'm trying to get him on here, but he keeps saying that his microphone don't work. Yeah, that's excuse Marcus keep using. You know, but yeah, it's just the impact field bodybuilders from overseas. I think it really kind of changed the sport because especially one person just popped in my head, Krista Bach. She had a great physique. She also represented women who were much older. She was like probably one of the oldest women bodybuilders. She was, already in her 40s by the time she turned pro, and she was the first woman over 40, compete at the Olympia, as a competitor. She is a legend. If you follow my channel, she's one of the most popular ladies that I have videos done about. Just amazing body, great physique, and being also, she was other than her and Diane Dennis are two women who were, at that time around the early '90s and '80s, were both mothers. Competed. They already had children and they were competing. You had like people like Gazina Keene, you had her, and those are the only those women good part of the '80s, '90s, and 2000s. And we have another one, Jana Linka Simply, and she's from Austria. She's an Austrian bodybuilder. I mean, she was just huge, and I think she, with great physique. She's still in good condition, but she no longer want to compete.
Yeah.
And he says,
And then
yeah.
you got Amaz.
You mean Natalia
Russian.
Kostanova?
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazonica. They call her Amazonica. Natalia Kostanova, or better known as Amazonka. She's been
Or the Russian Amazon. Yeah.
And there's some other wrestlers such as there's Anastasia Levinova, there's Anastasia Kobalova, and there's also Natalia. I think I forgot her last name, but she's also Natalia, but she's a little smaller. She's a wing strength ambassador.
Yeah.
All these drop Carla Marie. Now, if it's Carla Marie Bradley Balls Deep, she's from Brazil. That's south of the border. That's South America. We might do one about female bodies from South America. There's so many of them from that compete. And
there's one country that I find that is disproportionately has way more female bodybuilders, at least pro female bodybuilders that are known, than pretty much any other country in Europe. And do you know which one that is?
Which one?
Czech Republic.
Oh
There's
yes,
something about yes.
because I did an interview with a lovely lady by the name of Ivana Dedakova. There's also I'm also reached out to a lady who's not a pro yet, but she is from Czech Republic. You got Margina Zamalova, you have Vera Milikova. Also, there's so many others. I just I remember there's
and we lost the one last year.
Alina Havani.
Yeah.
Alina Havani. Yes, I mean that's it's been a year. I can believe it's been a year since almost a year since he died.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I feel like if I were to choose a place in Europe where a female bodybuilding competition should be held, I think it should actually be in Prague, in Czech Republic, because of just the disproportionate influence it has. Just like it's a tiny country. It's it's geographically located pretty much in the middle of Europe. Like literally, it's situated like right in the center almost. It's like in the heartland itself, so everybody can kind of just get there. It's in the EU, so it doesn't have to worry about travel things and all that other stuff. So it's perfectly situated, I find. Plus, it was also the site of the 1998 Miss Olympia, so it also has, and it's been also with other bodybuilding competitions as well. So it's it's perfectly there. It's got the history. It's got the competitors. It's got the location.
Yeah. Balls did disagree with you. He says Germany would be better because you remember Germany they had to show the FIBO, and that's usually like the kind of like the All-Star game for.
They still have it.
Well, they had the last couple of years. They had it.
I'm pretty sure they had it this year, though.
They had it
I'm
this year?
almost 100% sure.
I know the last couple of years they had. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm almost because from what I remembered, yes, they did hold it this year.
This year already?
Yes, in April. From what I looked up.
Yeah, that usually post something about it. I must have missed it. But yeah, didn't have it the last couple of years because everything going on with the virus and effect of it. But yeah, Germany would be a good place too. But also you have people. This is my man. Did balls draw another name? Virginia Sanchez. Oh my God, I love Virginia Sanchez.
Yep.
I love her. She just had a great physique. I just hate that she got the tattoos. Another lady he just dropped, Irene Anderson, the big Swede. I call it the big Swede. Yeah, I'm in contact with her every now and then. I know we recently see the interview, and she mentioned where she found out that she needed a qualification for this year's Olympia. Because it's it used to be the top 5, then it cut it to the top 3. So it was Irene and Mona Porcella are out. So I said, what? That's unfair. I mean, she earned a qualification. She earned it last year, when she went back in 2020 when she took top 5. Then she took top 5 again in 2020 and 2021. So she should keep that. But this just use some bull crap. If the men still have their qualification, the top 5 in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think another.
They didn't they didn't give an explanation for that.
Yeah, another lady that I used to be Facebook friends with her. I used to follow her is Bridgetta Brezzovic. If you remember her, I think she was from Central European Slovenia. Great physique. Oh my God, her body was she had an awesome physique. She was just what we just had. Great lines. I know somebody made a comment about it that she had kind of a rough face, but she had an amazing body. I think she's coming up at the same time as Alina Popa. Her and Alina, I think she came pro just a little before Alina, and then her and Alina Popa came to Olympia about the same time. It's also if you follow, there's a video of her competing on stage, and while she's doing the flex, and her it's like a slight little gift. I saw it one day where the string of her top just popped. Yeah, it happens sometimes because you're doing all that flexing. Yeah, here goes. This is FBs always get fucked over. That's true. They don't give enough credit or recognition. There's a lot of prejudice against them. I mean, I agree with
How
you.
do you feel? How do you feel about Mila Ash saying that Americans compete
Ma-
in the competitions?
Hmm? You going in and out?
How do you feel about? Sorry. How do you feel about Mila Ash stating that she thinks Americans should compete more in these overseas international competitions?
Well, I kind of agree with it because you know what? It's a great opportunity because you think about it. Sometimes these shows, the judges can be a bit prejudiced, and it'd be tough for a lot of competitors if you can go overseas and where there's not as many. Because you got to think about a lot of these European bodybuilders that come over here. This is where the most shows are, and and then some bodybuilders have a difficult time not placing as well as they should have. But if you go someplace else where you can change judges, change environment. It's a great part too. We know there's been some shows. Not a lot of Americans go overseas for because they want to spend the money and time. But it's an opportunity to earn qualification for the Olympia. It's also an opportunity to change your environment. You get to be front of a new set of judges. And I know some people are not big. Some ladies I've talked to are not big fans of winter strength. They feel like if it goes someplace else, they get a better reckoning, a better chance than if it was competing against we straight for bastards. So I can agree with that. Now, so he says who's on top. Well, if you ask me who's the top women at this Olympics, it's Margie. It's gonna be it's champion Andrea Shaw, Margie V. Martin. It's supposed to be Hella Trevino, but I was in contact with her. She's not going. She's been working out and keeping good shape, but she's not going to be able to be in time to compete this year, ball season. She is out. She's done. She might come back next year, but then next year she has to earn her qualification. I mean, she has to compete in the show because this is her qualification this year. But what should happen is the person after her should get her spot. That means Pokemon Hellseller did fourth place should automatically get her spot. So she's going to be stepping out. I think that's kind of fair. You know, he says Mount Ash is
Yep.
hot. Yeah, I like Mount Ash because she kind of reminds me of Vicky Gates, around about the eyes and and her physique. She's from Texas, like Vicky. It's like
Yep.
it must be the water or something. He says Dominique Forutu. I mean, who's that? I mean, let me do a see. Let me see. Ball, see who she is. Let me pull her up. I don't know. She bodybuilding or she's you know? Oh, I recognize her. She's. I don't think she turned pro. She's amateur. She's done a lot of before she was she's not a bodybuilder anymore. She doesn't compete, but she mostly does a good bit of adult industry stuff. She does some porn. I've seen some of the stuff. But yeah, I recognize her. I know by another name, but I forgot the name she goes by. She goes by another name. I actually remember I saw a video of her where she's this is when she's still in her bodybuilding level condition, where she's punching a heavy bag. It's like
Okay.
it's kind of I don't know what is it about pure bodybuilders and boxing gloves. You know,
Yeah. George, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut off early here because I wasn't
yeah,
expecting
yeah. I'm
uh,
so
to start
sorry.
late, but that's okay. I
Yeah,
think this is a good start competition, and we'll come up with an idea for next week. I think we can probably talk about the New York Pro next week. So,
yeah. Because
um,
when that's will be
no,
the
no, not the New York Pro, the Vancouver thing or
Vancouver thing. Well, I'm hoping, like I said,
Canada.
yeah. Did they post their listings yet? If you don't, just send me stuff. You know,
If I see it, I'll let you know. But you have a good one. Peace, everybody.
I appreciate you coming through, brother. I'm so sorry. Well, folks, I like I said because I was on me because being late. I usually get here about 3 o'clock, but I think I took a little nap around about a little after 2, and they said no. I looked at my clock and said, "Shit, oh my god," and your balls TV still here with me. I appreciate you. Shanique Grant up there. Shanique Grant, yeah, she was pretty good. I think she should have kept on going. But I think for her personal reasons, she wanted to take a step back. You know, peace and blessings. Appreciate your peace and blessings, brother. I hope you stay around a little longer. I might take talk maybe for a few more minutes because I said I'm so sorry that I came in so late. I usually don't do that. I usually try to keep on time. Yes, Ashley Starr. Yes, and Kelly Provacta. I think that's how you see that name. But yeah, I remember her because that's the name she was going by, and she did a lot of nude stuff. She did some hardcore porn. I still remember that I remember a video of her. She was like, this is when she was still like in competitive level condition, and she was wearing some black boxing gloves and hitting the heavy bag. She has a little scar right there on her stomach. I mean, I want to reach out. Oh yeah, I'm here. That's good. Appreciate you, brother. She just keep here and keep me company. There's so many women that's represented by bodybuilding over the years. Now, if you remember this Balls Deep, anybody's listening, back in 2013, right after one show, which was the year when both Lisa Cross and Virginia Sanchez earned their pro cards, the NPC dropped, competitive amateur, female bodybuilding from its lineup. So, there used to be a show which was called the World Championships, where all competitors, not just women from across the seas, but women in Europe and women in America came together. Mostly a lot of European bodybuilders with opportunity to earn their pro qualification. And then, so for some reason, the IBB, because they were trying to push out female bodybuilding, they dropped interest in having any more shows overseas. Now you have the Arnold Schwarzenegger amateur show. So what's the and that's the thing. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, what's that when Wing the Strength stepped in? Yeah. What up? Yeah, that's when Wing the Strength stepped in. Yeah, I think right about 2013 when they really started pushing because they saw how Jake Woods and his wife at the time, Crystal Woods, they saw the writing on the wall. They saw how female bodybuilding was getting pushed out. It first happened that same year. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger drop, after the last Miss International dropped, it from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. And his thing about Miss International, it was around longer than Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic because the original show was I think it was something else, and Miss International was part of that show. But then Arnold took in, he put his name on it, and it really expanded. And I think one thing was people was blaming Iris for that because the Iris was keep winning Miss International. They wasn't going to get a new person. The judges could have, if they wanted, the judges could have gave it to somebody else. And that's the thing is, the judges could have, if they wanted to say female bodybuilding, they could have picked somebody else as the new champion. But they, wait a minute. Steroids was pushing out FBB. Truthfully, if anything, if steroids push out anything, it should push out men. But the fact is, it wasn't steroids. Don't put it on steroids. It was the fact that the women were progressing and changing. The men keep getting bigger because the fact is, hey, it's okay for guys to get big and freaky and vascular. It's not okay for women to be. So I can't put it on the steroids so much as I put it on the fact is that women weren't treated as equally as the male competitors. If guys can get big and freaky to a certain extent, like look at a guy like Big Ramy. He's big, but he's not as conditioned. Some people say, he has a good amount of size, but he's not as conditioned. But the debate is that, truthfully, you saw a level of female bodybuilders come across the ocean. People like Virginia Sanchez, people like Irene Anderson, who did her documentary, "The World's Too Big," where she actually asked Arnold about that at a seminar or something like that at the Arnold Classic. And so many European bodybuilders are getting become big stars. You see, the women was looking too manly. I wouldn't say all the women were looking too manly. There was some, but as I said again, these are athletes and their progression. Now you have like people that don't look that manly, like my dear friend Jada Beverly, the lovely Miss T.S. Williams, Mala Ashby to speak about. There's so many women that sometimes, depending on what they're taking, if it's too extreme, that's true. They will get a little bit manly, but you know what? It's still the prejudice, the fact that they don't look at them as athletes. And like any athlete, they take the supplements and stuff. Some athletes there's also one thing is I think is some coaches have to learn to treat women different from men. You know, and that's the thing is you have to treat women different from men. Women can't use all the same stuff that men do. They have to use a certain level. Here it goes again. Say like, yeah, Too Big for the World was a fire documentary. I like to see it. I've seen clips of it. I like to see the full version. If you hey balls deep, if you can send me like a link to it, when I have to pay for it, I'll get it. If I don't, I'll buy it. Right now I'm a little bit I'm low on cash. Like I said, I do this stuff, for I just do this stuff for enjoyment. I'm not monetized yet. If you see on the bottom of the screen, I got my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Venmo. So if you know anybody who's interested in donating to me, I had a few people donate to me before, and I really appreciate that when somebody send me a little. I had one of my cousins send me like $30 one day, and that was very appreciated. No, I think it was 20 or 30, one of them, and that was greatly appreciated. I had it's just something that really helps out. A little something in my pocket. Yeah. See, they won't look at them like athletes until steroids stop being a topic in bodybuilding. And that's the problem is steroids always going to be a topic in anything. Steroids is going to be a topic in any sport. But the fact is, bodybuilding gets more the pointing finger in it because the fact is, it's a sport about muscle. It's a sport about presentation. Where other sports like football, basketball, baseball, boxing, are sports about performance. You'll hear more stories about how those steroids in boxing. Boxers been busting steroids. And I do content on MMA. How MMA fighters been busting on steroids. People like Brock Lesnar, John Jones. There was Jessica Panay, T.J. Dillashaw. There's a long list. Frank Mir. A long list of MMA fighters who have took steroids and supplements. Chris Cyborg, who's my favorite. She did it once, and she learned from her mistake, while others continue doing it. And there wasn't that long ago when the government had called a congressional meeting about steroids, and, against baseball. So you're taking tax money and going after baseball players where, hey, this is what they do. Football players have been doing it for years. You have a long list of football players who died because of the side effects of steroids. It wasn't that long ago you had Marion Jones, the Olympic champion, who confessed about using steroids. It's just everywhere in sports. And this is what a lady who I become acquainted with it. She told me how steroids is even used by ballet dancers. Because you got to think about it, these girls gonna be on their tippy toes. And if you look at some of the ballet dancers' legs and their quads, they're almost the level. Some ballet dancers could look like figure competitors if they want to. If you think about it, if they just work on the upper body, also they look almost like figure competitors. Yeah. Your War Machine was the dude till he raged out on roids. Yeah. War Machine. He was the guy who beat up his girlfriend, the porn star Christy Mack. Never watch your stuff because she don't do brothers, so I don't care. But that was he not just steroids but also cocaine and other stuff. He was a trip. We talk about that on CS Combat Sports. But back to European bodybuilders, I think they have been a staple for the last 30 years of sport of bodybuilding. In 1981, the first European bodybuilder won Miss Olympia. I forget her name. She was from Finland, and she was a European. She was only Miss Olympia for 1 year. Then the second one to win it was Juliette Bergman. She's from the Netherlands. And then you had in 2000, you had two European bodybuilders win Miss Olympia, and that was Andrea Bachet from Great Britain, and you had Valentina Jepegan from Ukraine. And after that, you have several European bodies that done pretty good during career. But ladies, I would like to say this. This is one I did an interview with Miss Ivana a while back. One thing I would love to do, if I had the means and the way, I would love to sponsor some of these ladies that live overseas and bring them over here because they know this is a great opportunity for them. Elite Strength has some. They sponsor some. They have some field bodybuilders who are ambassadors, but the thing is, it's just there's so many more who have great physique, great presentation. would have a great opportunity to to get connections here, do a lot of work, make their money. It's just, but like I said, I don't have the means. If I was like Dick Wood, that Dick Wood money, I would love to do that. Hell yeah, roids for cheaters. Yeah, it's but it's tricky. Is roids do not make you a better player. It doesn't. All it does is give you the stamina to lift more, to work out longer. It doesn't really make you a better player. If you are talented naturally, that's one thing. But if all it does is just gives you that extra boost, to work out, to maintain, your stamina when you're, like especially, it's like anything, it's a performance enhancer. But in bodybuilding, you're not really performing. You do a lot of flexes and movement. That is performance, but it's more presentation than anything. It's not. People might say, yeah, it's. Some competitors say it's performing, but to us outside of it, we see it's more like pageantry. Competing as a bodybuilder is more like a pageant thing. It's almost like if you look at divisions like wellness and figure and fitness and bikini, the ladies are wearing high heels. No different from the girls who do the pageant stuff. They are cutting out. I think it said it was cutting out the bikini part on some like the U.S. Miss America, USA's like that. You know, yeah, make bodybuilding natural again. Truthfully, it was never natural. You can't get that level of muscle naturally. You can get you get lean, but the problem is natural bodybuilding is not that popular. Most of the guys who do natural bodybuilding don't look as big, and it's just they look fit and they're probably healthy, but it's not as exciting compared to the guys who take the supplements, the guys who are huge, the guys who are freaky. It's not as popular. There's a natural division in bodybuilding, but not a lot of anybody can be natural. You take something, you know. Yeah, physique is fire. To me, I wasn't a big fan of physique, but me doing content on bodybuilding, I've become a fan of it. It's the women are women physique remind me of the early days of female bodybuilding. A good part I think of the late '80s to the early 2000s. And this is what I want to talk about. This is something I'm thinking about doing down the road. I'm thinking about doing I used to do these Sunday discussions, and I just said I was running out of ideas to talk about, and I might talk about physique and also another division, in which I believe that they should dissolve this division and then take and push physique and make it part of the women's bodybuilding division. Make it a class like back in the day in 2000 we had the weight classes, that lightweight and heavyweight. This is just my personal thought, in which I'm not, like I said, I've evolved as a content maker. I'm not just a fan anymore. I'm a content maker. I'm studying a lot of stuff. I'm listening to pages and things, and I got to put it together. And I'll probably maybe next month, once I get it together and get the information, I'll reach out to some of the ladies and also my dear friend Mr. Keith. He's just recently just said he's going to retire from bodybuilding. He's going to compete this year, but then he's going to hang up his banana hammock. But I want to talk about how I think a certain division should be dissolved and switched over to another name, and the other division be put into bodybuilding, and instead of becoming a division, become a class. So it's just a debate. I felt physique should be be turned into a class. I think I see it more like I feel it's closer to middleweight female bodybuilding, but we can call it lightweight. So I think it should be pushed up. It'd be tough. You might have to see Sarah Vickers going against Andrea Shaw, but hey, that's a possibility. We can. Even I've seen some every now and then. I've seen lightweight competitors beat the heavyweights because they may come in better condition. I think this is could be a great possibility. I know there's some bodybuilders who are a lot smaller than some physique competitors. I've seen some physique competitors bigger than some female bodybuilders. It's about what kind of level you want to come in. But as I was saying about going back to European bodybuilders, they have a great history about this. In the last few years, more shows have expanded. There's so few for women's bodybuilding, but a lot more for the physique division, figure, and also fitness. Those three I would say I consider real female bodybuilding. In a way, physique competitors. They are, even though they are not as big as women bodybuilders, but they have just that great level of muscle and development. That's why some women in figure, I say, should go to physique. You know, there's some women in fitness should probably go to physique, and there's some physique competitors who truly need to go to female bodybuilding. There's some ladies. I think the European bodybuilders, especially from like countries like Germany, Austria, Czech Republic, you know, see, Ukraine, you know, just those. I think those countries where which the environment's a little harsher. I mean, it's probably the cold weather. We have to be really tough. You know, I think some of those ladies, you know, should probably think about going to women's bodybuilding. You know, there's the ladies I follow. I see they just come at a certain level, but it's debate how really they have contributed so much to women to sport of bodybuilding. If it wasn't for the women overseas coming here in America, I think bodybuilding as a whole would it survive its mom. People like as I said again, like Marjorie V. Martin, not so Marjorie, I say Virginia Sanchez, Saba Mate, uh, you know, um, Krista Bach, Paula Birkinshaw, Lisa Cross, uh, you know, um, Jay Fuchs, Julia Furry. The list goes on and on of these women who come here to the United States, do pretty good, have success, and some of you eventually stay. Many of them say, you know what, instead of us going back and forth, I just stay here, stay as myself here, you know, and that's a good thing, And there's so many women who are still back over there because I think it's easy for them to live, but they think it's a lot easier for them to live because they know their country. But you know what? There's more opportunities here in the United States. Most of the time they come here to do some shows. They try to do a couple of shows, and this is what I would say. Like, that's what I would love to do. I would say like this: if I can like say, okay, I take somebody, all right, we're gonna do like this. Bring you over here for maybe 6 months. You could train, work out, pick the shows you want to do. Do those shows. And after your 6 months tour duty is done, you can go back home. I remember what I even said to because Hella Trevino, Hella, she had a shoulder surgery early this year, and she's been in Mexico for quite some time. And Irene was visiting her, hanging out with her. And I said to Irene, you know what? Now that the restrictions have dropped, you're over here right now. We consider just staying here, get ready for a show and compete. She said, nah, she would love to do it, but she had a dog back home, and she had to take care of her dog. Hey, she has kids. Irene Anderson has kids. The kids gonna watch the dogs. She could have. This is a great opportunity. You could have just stayed here. Hang with the Hella for a bit. Then like she's not that far from Texas, or she go to Arizona. Jake Wood could have done like. Do you remember Jake Wood years ago when we started Wings of Strength? He used to have Muscle House, or no Muscle Mansion, where they got together a lot of competitors that was going to compete at the Rising Phoenix, and they stayed and lived. He could do that again. Mostly now I think he has Wing Strength ambassadors. He'll do it for Wing Strength ambassadors, and Irene's a Wing Strength ambassador. So I would say like this: do this for a lot of Wing Strength ambassadors that live overseas. Open up, Jake. If you hear me, Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. And I say, Jake, open up the Muscle Mansion. Give opportunities for the women who are overseas, like Irene Anderson. Also, there was the girl she's also afraid for the sweet. She's a new competitor. There's several other ladies who are overseas. Open Muscle Mansion for them. They can stay over here for maybe 6 months. The ones who don't want to come over, they can work and do the shows over there for Wing of Strength. Do the booths and stuff like that, and maybe compete the shows. But the ones who seriously interested, want to come over here, establish themselves, make contacts, do some shows, give them that opportunity. You can afford it, Jake. His money's in this. His money is old family money, which means that it's the money that doesn't have no end. It keeps on going. He has a limit how much he spends, but because it's old family money, old family money is always something you still get money from because whatever your ancestor created or your grandfather created, it's still getting residuals off of it. But I know what like I said, I want to apologize again for came out so late, and I won't be on here too long. I'm a man balls deep. I think he's out. I do appreciate y'all coming through, dropping that like. Excuse me. Ooh, I got a little gas. Drop that like, comment, subscribe, check out, my channel. Um, if you, like I said, I just don't do women's bodybuilding. I also do content on WMA, some wrestling every now and then, and some stuff just like a little satire, and but like I said, my channel is dedicated to female bodybuilding because the fact is those women need an attention. I want to be advocate. Also, while I'm here, if you're listening, a dear friend, a guy who become very friendly with, bring acquainted with Mr. Glenn Young Sr. is going having a release party coming up this Sunday. This Sunday. It's I would say the next Sunday is to be May the 1st, and he will be having. It was going to be a release party for his new magazine, Amazon Fitness Magazine. It's going to be a magazine dedicated to women's bodybuilding. Hi, where your name is, I can't. Laura Ochick Julian. Hi, appreciate you for coming through, brother. Hi, how you doing? He's gonna have a release party for his magazine. Now it's gonna be on the web, but also he wants to do hard copies because a lot of people still like to read the magazines. A lot of you guys, we like to read the magazines because you look at the papers. You don't look at the Playboys for the articles. And he's having a release party this Sunday, May 1st. If you're in the North Carolina area or South Carolina, if you're close, you know, if you are interested, it will be in Rayford, North Carolina. I'm going to post the stuff on my channel. Also, I'm going to do a video about it later on the week. If you're interested in coming out, meeting some of these ladies, coming here supporting my friend's Glenn's upcoming magazine, please do. Because the fact is, he needs all the support he can get. He needs, I know, truthfully, the female bodybuilding fan base is very small. I love female bodybuilding. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna call you Laura. Who's your favorite, Laura? Tell me who's your favorite. There's so many. I support. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Who's? I want to say, who's your favorite? Because there's so many ladies that I'm a fan of over the years. And there's just some great ladies. But anyway, like I said, also he's gonna have a meet and greet. It's gonna be at a place called Fit for Life. It's in Rayford, North Carolina. All you gotta do is Google it, Fit for Life, in Rayford, North Carolina. And he's gonna have some ladies there to do a meet and greet. To meet some of the ladies. There's gonna be food at the event. There'll be nice conversation. Some ladies you get to see. Like this, for me, this is gonna be a great opportunity because I never met a female bodybuilder in person. Or recently I met a young lady who's a NPC wellness competitor, but to get meet a pro level, physique or bodybuilding competitor, it is great. Syria, I don't know her name. I know her. She's an Asian chick. I know you talking about Lar. Yeah, she's an Asian chick. She does more content on social media. She did compete, but not that long. She does more. She's kind of like she does more content on social media, like IG and I think YouTube. But she's pretty impressive physically. Yeah, Andrew Shaw too. Yeah, Andrew Shaw. I love Andrew Shaw. I think Andrew reminds me of one of my favorite back day, Audrey Harris Wright. Right in the face and the jawline. Just she's a bigger version of Audrey. You say okay. Yeah. Exact. Yeah. Exact. Yeah. That's I appreciate that. But like I said, if you're interested, if you're anywhere near North Carolina, if you're in North Carolina area, and this is people or if you have the time, if you can get here by bus or by train or plane, you want to come out, support my friend Glenn Young's upcoming magazine release. Also I will leave when I do the video. I'll leave the sub description. If you want to also reach out, because he said the magazine's going to cost like about $25 by monthly, so that's every 2 months. So and if you want to support, because also he wants to make money, so he can try to, keep making the content, and also he's also looking for sponsors. If you somebody wants to sponsor his his path and also his way into bodybuilding. Like he wants to go to shows. Like I know he said he wants to do the Olympia. Olympia has moved from Orlando, Florida, back to Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, if he could do, he probably would be a lot cheaper for him if he could do it in Orlando. Because hey, where I live is North Carolina is just only a good day's drive from Florida. So I think that probably not easier. He has to go for him. I think it's a lot cheaper for him to drive from North Carolina to Florida, and he has to go by plane, and this and that and all of that. Oh, there's a lot of stuff he got to do. Me personally, I'm not sure I'm ready for planes yet. I'm almost 50 years old. I never flew a plane. I never have. I mean, if like I said, I was thinking, like I said, I'm planning on going to show in September. That's the Savannah Pro. It's the it's the Linda Murray show. Savannah's been around for about a couple years now, and because where I live in North Carolina, it's just not too far. At least a 5 6 hour drive from North Carolina to Savannah, Georgia, compared to a longer flight to Nevada. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. I see that. I appreciate that, Laura. But I'm planning on going to the show. I'm putting my money to the side. I'm hoping I have enough. It's got to pay for the ticket for for the show. Sometimes they get a VIP ticket. Depending on how the cost of a VIP ticket. The cost of a train is pretty cheap. I think usually it's like $50 $60. And then the motel room, I got to make reservations. I said, like, first thing I got to buy the tickets first for the show. Then make the reservation. If they sell the tickets by July, I'll make my reservations right by that time. You know, and then just get my stuff together. Make sure also in June I'll get my booster shot because it used to be back in the day. Now they changed the rules for now for riding. You have to wear a mask, but still I'm want to be prepared to say sorry. So I got to get my booster shot in June, and then because I have because you already have to have a car. I know my brother-in-law, he went on a trip because he had to go to his family in New York. He went by train. You have to make sure you have your card, knowing that you have all your shots and everything. So I want to make sure that I'm just in case, not mostly for my safety, but safety for others. You know, yes, we should support the small community of female bodybuilder admirers. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. You know, you do compete and pose videos? Um, do competing and posing videos? I don't make those. That's something that's not in my wheelhouse. Laura, I don't make them. I make videos where I tell stories, but anything like that, you can check guys like my man, you know, KL, Go Against Nature. Also, a couple other people that make these videos because they have the equipment. I just got a laptop and a cell phone, but I would love to make some videos like that. I just need the proper editing program, and I want to do stuff where I can use music, with my slides, you know, anything I can with. They'll say, you know, wait a minute, balls deep. I support through their OnlyFans. Truthfully, yes, I hadn't. Oh, I have before. Joined some ladies on OnlyFans. You know, especially like you have people like Lisa Cross. She's on OnlyFans. Hell Trevino has the OnlyFans. People talk about OnlyFans. The fact is, OnlyFans is a way to make money. Even I know because I do MMA content. There's women from MMA who do OnlyFans. People like a lady who I follow by the name of oh God, I forgot her name. Sydney Denoir. She doesn't go to the stream. It's mostly bikini stuff and lingerie stuff. She never goes a little overboard. You do have Jessica Andrade, who regularly posts some stuff. Jessica, she has a very fit body. I think some guys will like that. I mean, go check out some MMA women who some of the ladies are I would say, well, I won't say female bodybuilder level, but they are maybe close to like CrossFit or like fitness level. Let's see, and we got here. You know all films and fit video. Yeah, I know all films fit video. I follow those channels. You see, I'm a regular at Girls with Muscles and Her Biceps Camp. Yeah, I bet that's how, and yeah, and Lexi Stahl. Lexi Stahl. I think I heard that name. I'll check it out later. Balls deep. Chris Cyborg. Yes, I love Chris Cyborg. She just last week she put on a great performance at US, it's a Bellator 279 against Arlene Angerfist-Banco. And Chris has always been kind of fit. She's not as fit as she is because she's getting older. Chris is 36, but Chris, and this is one thing about Chris Cyborg. Was about a couple years ago. She won an award, and I did a video about it. And she commented on the video. I said, "Oh my God, Chris Cyborg commented on my video." And this is where I love when I do videos about some of these ladies in bodybuilding. They comment on it, they like it. I had one where I had Michaela Acock. She made a comment about it, and I talked about it. My man, Coach, he he talked shit about her, but I said, Coach, man, you gotta understand. Sometimes these women, they can be a little extra sensitive, especially how people judge them. But the thing was that Michaela, she made a video, put out a post a while back on her Facebook, and people were kind of curious, like what's going on, what's happening, because we if you follow bodybuilding, we've seen so many women come into the sport, and then eventually they drop out from personal reasons. They usually don't give an explanation. Some just say they burnt out, or some just say they want to move on to something else. But I just made a video about her story, and it was the issue was that a friend of hers died. She took it a little bit too hard, and she wanted to take a step back. But really, when you don't really have explanation why you're doing this, people are going to be curious, and they're gonna want to know what's going on, what's happening. Especially if you have fans. The fans are curious. People are curious. That's the nature of humans. We not just cats are curious. Humans are curious. But we want to know what's going on. And she saw my video and she responded to it, and I responded to her response. And my man Coach, he saw it. He made a response to the video himself. And I appreciate Coach Sharon Harrison. He supported my channel. I support his. But yeah, Chris Cyborg. You should see people like Sarah Mann. Sarah Mann. She is, I would say, she's close to me to CrossFit. She has great muscle development, especially see her arms. She's being a wrestler. There's also a girl by the name Carlosi. I've got Andrea Carlosi. Check her out. This chick is borderline. She looks like, let me see if I can find her name. Let's see. This chick, if you see her, you would think she is borderline a bodybuilder. I'm gonna post a picture with her quick. Maybe we can find one. She is. You wouldn't think if you see her, you wouldn't think she was an MMA fighter. I'm gonna post it real quick. Give you a second. Talk amongst yourselves. And she is Ariana Carlosi. That's her name. And she does MMA. But if you see her, you wouldn't think she was an MMA fighter. You would think she was a bodybuilder. Look at her. Look at her arms. She has great. Look at the ab development. I mean, you look at this girl. She's huge. She got guns on her. Look at the guns. I mean, she's supposed to be fighting. I think this next month against a lady who I done an interview with, and that is Lupita Gutierrez. Lupita Gutierrez. And you look at her, you wouldn't think she is an MMA fighter. And the thing with MMA fighters, a lot of them don't have too much muscle. The fact is, too much muscle, because you're wrestling, you're fighting, you're moving. It's it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of blood and air and oxygen to keep that muscle up. And look at her, look at the guns. I mean, if she ever think about it, I know recently There's some ladies who competing in the bodybuilding world, like Fleece Herrick. She did bikini recently. Another lady who's pretty impressive physically, um, Tisha Torres. She did some bikini and wellness competitions in amateur. You know, I think if you look at Tisha Torres, let me pull her up real quick. You know, Tisha Tiny Tornado Torres. You know, Tisha, you look at her. She has great abdominal development. She's competing in bikini and wellness. You know, and she is at a level where wait a minute, yeah. Look at Tisha Torres. You look at her. You wouldn't think she's an MMA fighter. You know, she's attractive too. If if anybody knows, she's also in a relationship with another fighter by the name of Raquel Pennington. I don't call her Rocky. She lost the right for that use that name. And she's an attractive young lady. She has great development. I think now she's just started competing in competitive amateur bikini and wellness. But to me, I think she would do better as figure. You know, see my man Brooke Niece. It's an NC. I think Brooke. There's that other Brooke Walker. You've heard of her? Balls deep. Brooke Walker. Here you go. Yes, she's so muscular. Yes, moving fast with all those muscles. Yes, that's Ariana. She doesn't have much muscle. Uh, you know, show. Wait a minute. Uh, got something for my man. Uh, yeah, yeah. Rin Nakai. Yes, I remember Rin Nakai. Yeah, Rin Nakai. She was very, you know, she was in on UFC for maybe like 2 or 3 fights at the most, and she was very muscular. She was very muscular development. Brooke Walker. Yeah, Brooke Walker. But Tisha's, she's attractive. She has great conditioning. I think Tisha will make. She's a little short, but Tisha will probably make a better figure competitor than doing wellness or bikini. Because one thing with bikini, you know what you need for bikini, and also for wellness, you got to have some, tatas. You got to have something on top. Tisha doesn't have that. That's I think that's especially wearing these bikinis because that's especially the standard. And that's Tisha with her fiance, Raquel. Don't call me Rocky Pennington. She's been in the game quite some time. You know, and yeah, Brooke is like I said. Brooke. Yeah, yeah, Brooke Walker is fire. For you, balls deep. I'm gonna put up Brooke Walker. Yeah, she's. I think Brooke's from. I believe she's from the. She's from. I forget which state she's from. I think she's from Tennessee or Kentucky. I did a video about Brooke some time ago. There was a comparison video, and and Brooke, she's the blonde hair, very feminine looking. Brooke took third place at the Miss Olympia Physique this year, which means she's qualified for the this year's Miss Olympia. And Brooke is impressive. She has a great look to her. I think if she comes in top condition this year, she could probably knock off. Um, she could probably knock off um, Sarah Vilgas. That's a possibility. She's got to come in great condition. The thing is, Sarah is going to be a tough person to beat. Sarah beat Shanique Grant, and I think she took second in the 2019, second or third in the 2019 show, and then she turns around and she beats Shanique Grant in the 2020 show. You know, but yeah, she has a great. Like I said, if she comes in in tip top condition, she can probably can beat Sarah. Most definitely, I think she can beat Sarah Vilgas. She just got to come and just. She has a great look to her. Also, I like about her, she reminds me of classic female bodybuilders. No breast implants, no tattoos, beautiful lines. She's kind of like, um, I would say, like Lisa Aklon. I will compare it to. I think I compare it to Lisa Aklon. You know. But yeah, Brooke is she has potential. And, one person I think I just popped in my head, and I think y'all might agree with me. She's a great bodybuilder. She has great potential. This is a lady who I've become friendly with, and she is amazing woman. Miss Jada Beverly. I don't know about her. She just what is it about her? You know, she reminds me so much of like the early classic female bodybuilders. Great lines, great physique. I did a, she reminds me of, of I did a video about her in Sheila Black. I even did once, sometimes I make a little fan art, and I did a thing with her and Juliet Bergman, and also a picture with her and Angela Langer. That's what I think. And my dear friend Jada, she's gonna compete at the in at the Indiana Pro, which is the Indy Pro. That's gonna be the week after I think the week after uh the Vancouver show. I think maybe yeah, I got it. But yeah, it's gonna be in May, and this is a show she's gonna. This will be her first show. She said if she wins and earn her Olympic qualification, she's done. She's gonna wait and just do Olympia. She's not gonna do the Rising Phoenix. She just do the Olympia. Yes, let's see. Oh, yes, I exchanged a couple of messages with her. She is nice. Yeah, she's pretty cool. I like you know, wait a minute, who's another one? Angela's Salavago. I think yeah, I know her. I did a video about her. She's Angela. She's been free for quite some time. Angela, just like some other ladies, she does hardcore porn. Well, not. She does some fetish stuff. She has done hardcore stuff. You know, and she's on her biceps. She goes by another name, and Angela is very popular. You know, see, wait a minute. What happened to Akita Pervis? She retired. I think when she got a pro card for bodybuilding. Then she competed as a pro, as a physique competitor, and Balti. She retired. She quit. She was in the IFBB the NPC for a long time. Finally got a pro card, did a couple of shows, and she retired. That's what happens. I know a lot of ladies who got their pro card. Some even they say, they got their pro card and say, what, it's not worth it anymore, and they just quit. But others, they got their pro card. Like remember Robin Parker, she got a pro card all the years she was with the NPC. Finally got a pro card. She did. I think she only did the Olympia, and after that she retired. I think that was. I'm trying to remember. Was that 90? Was it 2000 or 90 something? I'm trying to remember. That was so long ago. Robin Parker, she came in, she competed, and then she left. After years of being the NPC, she got a pro card. But I'm not gonna say too long. I'm gonna drop one more name, and then I think I'm gonna, say peace out. So and this is a lady I was in contact with for a while. One Miss Doctor. So Doctor Dina Westerfield, and Dina Westerfield, just amazing physique, great lines. I think if physique happened around the time she was competing, I think Dina would make a great physique competitor. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Bridgetta Brezzovic was nice. Yeah, she was nice. Yeah. We used to talk on Facebook every now and then, but and she, let me see. Yes, great poser. Yeah, Dina Westfield's a great poser, great physique. Yeah. Be as sexy as FF. Yeah. Some best pecs. Yes. That's one I love. I love the female bodybuilders who don't bend to the will of silicone, who don't, side that, it's important to outweigh your, because she's still feminine, but decide to outweigh, you know, to sacrifice their beautiful physical development for the idea of what's considered feminine. I think she is amazing. I think this is one picture I like. Yeah, she had. I think one person that kind of that reminds me like of Dina Westerfield physically, in a way, is uh Makeda Acock. Makeda Acock reminds me of, she's small and look at she has that wide, lat development, small in waist, a little bit in the legs, and here again, Sunny Andrews. Is that Dr. Sunny Andrews? Balls deep that competes in women's wellness. Yeah, I forget we talking about Sunny Andrews. I mean, Lindsay Malnazi mentioned her when last time we did an interview. Charisma Majan. Yeah, Charisma now, Krishma now. She's back in. I think she's back in her home country. I think she's back in the Caribbean. And where she looks now, she looks like she probably can do women's wellness. She used to be really muscular. You remember in 2013, she competed the same show as Lisa Cross and Virginia Sanchez, but didn't earn her pro card. And I thought she had a great physique. Yeah, facts. And yeah, yep, Dr. Sunny Andrews. Yeah. So, fellas, wait a minute. Trinidad. Yeah, she's in Trinidad. I knew she was someplace. I won't see where it was, but she moved back there. I think there was some visa issues. Somebody said, or I was hearing, and she had to go back. But where she looks now, she still works out. She still trains, and I even said that she should think about doing wellness. You know. Wait a minute. I shot her competition in 2013. Oh, you mean you were at the Arnold European Classic that year, Laura, where he shot that competition? Because that's what the last time she tried to earn her pro card was 2013 at the Arnold Amateurs European Classic, and that was the same show that Virginia and Lisa earned their pro cards. Yeah. Yeah, he said, here's another one. Yon Woo Jae. I think I heard her name. Yeah. And yeah, at the Arnold. Yes. Tigress Thomas. Oh, yes. My dear friend, Tisha Thomas. I love Tisha. She's a great person. I have been in contact with her much lately because she's busy. Her documentary has just been played over in the UK. Her, she's doing some posing and stuff over there too. Working some clubs. Tisha just had a great physique, especially for a woman who was overweight, and she just made great presentation. I think in 2017, I feel like she should have won the Linda Murray show, the Norfolk show. But I'm a fan, not a judge. Yeah. Let's see. In 2013, she was again Joan Loon. Not sure if you knew her. I remember Joan Lu. I think Joan Lu was from China. She switched over to women's physique later in her career, and I don't think Joan is Joan. As I say, Joan Lu. I don't think Joan's competing anymore. I think she she's done. Oh, Fierce Steph. You mean Stephanie Flesher? Stephanie Flesher this year is a Women's Strength Ambassador, and she's pretty impressive. She has a great physique. She has some quality to it. Yeah, it's Stephanie Flesher. Phyllis Hong. I think she competes in amateur. She ain't got a pro card yet. Let's see. You don't remember her last name. Full name. Just I'll put it down for you. Yes, Stephanie Flesher. Yeah. See, she's a friend of mine, Joan. Oh, that's cool, Laura. Laura, if she's a friend of yours, if she's ever interested, I don't know how well her English is. If she's ever interested about doing an interview, if she's still good friends with her, you got my channel. You know my channel link. Get links to my channel. Tell her she can. I have in my avatar. I have my Instagram. You can go to my channel and click on my Instagram. And if she's interested ever to do an interview, if she's cool with talking about, because I don't know how good her English is, I'm gonna share you my channel's link, and if she's ever interested in sharing her story, if she wants to talk about it, like I said, here's the link, share it to her, and I would love to have, like I said, I'd love to talk to these ladies in the sport of bodybuilding. Be no matter what division it is, be women's physique, be bodybuilding, be fitness or figure. I mean, even I love to do some ladies, talk to some ladies in women's wellness, bikini, not too much, maybe fitness, but okay, yeah, I say, yeah, yeah. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. Whatever you do, if she doesn't want you, that's cool. But she do, I appreciate it. Another one he just dropped. Another friend of mine is Zhang Li Kao. If I got a name wrong, I want to apologize. Appreciate that. Yes, yes, her English is very good. I thank you because like sometimes we do translation, you lose a lot in translation, where in which you can really you want to talk to her, you know. So okay, yeah. So just if you get that, yeah, Margie is one of my friends. Same thing to you, Balls Deep. I've been trying to get Margie. I follow her on social media. Just was it, I think this weekend her son just turned 18. Her son. So I've been wanting to get Margie out here. I would love to, like I said, I like to get superstars. Margie. I've been talking with Hella, hoping I get her on here. Andrea Shaw. Several ladies. If you can really speak up for me, and because I would love to have Margie on here. And tell Margie, if you see Margie, tell her, thank her for her service. Thank Margie for her service. So but I support any ladies who want to come on here, tell their stories. It was a pleasure to talk to someone like Nancy Lewis, who was a legend, who I've been a fan of. Sue Price, who I've been a fan of. My dear friend, the great Miss Rhonda Lee, Charisma. Rashana Boswell, Sheena Olick, Tina Williams, Jada Beverly, ladies I'm still consider your friend, Miss Tisha Thomas. I mean, I'm hoping maybe we can get her back on the show again. I gotta get in contact with her. I know she's busy. She's busy. But Laura, Balls Deep, if you seriously want to help a brother out and help him in the Spanish channel, reach out to your friends, tell them, and share my link that I put in the description. Share it. See, let them look at my channel. I've done videos about Margie. I'm a fan of Margie. I think she's a great woman. She's a beautiful woman, and I would love to talk to her. I would love to I would love to talk to her. Just to see her. I think she's amazing. She has killer quads. I think she probably has the biggest quads. She is the quadzilla. Of everybody. See. Tracy Bonner. Who's that? I mean, I never heard of that. Laura. I mean, Tracy Bonner. I'll look her up later, Laura, when I get a chance. But fellas, I really appreciate this. We were mostly talking about women from. Check out who else you got. Dominique Mello. All right, I'll check her out too. Check it out. I really appreciate you guys coming out here and sharing and let me know this information because I really, okay, yeah, appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys. But it's I don't know where you at. It's right now. It's starting to be summertime for me, and I enjoy your conversation. I enjoy dropping these names for me. I'm gonna check them out later. When I get a minute and do some research. And like I said, Tabar's deep. If you get Joan, also you get Margie want to come on here and share their story. I love to. I love doing interviews with this, especially someone like Marjorie Martin Balls. I mean, Chicago in here, yeah. Chi-Town. You got to remember, it's you got maybe another hour or so for summertime for you, Chi-Town. Yeah, I would love. You know what? I would love to go to Chicago. I know, my dear friend Miss Sheena Boswell. She lives in Chicago. I think she lives near Chicago, and they're gonna have the Chicago Pro back in Chicago again. So, you know, see, I can call Monique Jones. Oh, a while back, Balls Deep, I did a birthday video for Monique Jones, and she appreciated that. And I've been wanting to get Monique out here because Monique lives right next door. She lives in South Carolina. I'm in North Carolina. She's just right next door. Monique is just, she has those beautiful, beautiful big doe eyes. I hate to say, I hope she'll call this face, but Monique reminds me of one of my favorite porn stars. That's Carmen Hayes. Yeah, she, I think just around by the eyes and the face, and the lips, not so much as the breast per se, because Carmen, she has natural breasts, but yeah, Monique, she reminds me because she's a mom, and of Carmen Hayes, and I think she's beautiful. I mean, she's on social media a lot. I know last year she took uh, a personal time away, yeah, yeah, and so she wants to, work on some things. She didn't compete last year at the Olympia because she wanted some personal time off. And love Monique. Yeah, we love Monique. Say less, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that. Also, that's me. I put that in. So, yeah. You mean Carmen Hayes, but you mean Monique Hayes. No, no, no. I know Monique Hayes. I reached out to her about doing an interview. I know Monique Hayes. I'm not talking about Monique Hayes. I don't know who you're talking about, but this woman's named Carmen Hayes. She's a porn star. If you look, right about the eyes and the face, Monique kind of looks like, Carmen Hayes. This is Carmen Hayes, not Monique Hayes. I know you talk about Monique Hayes. I follow Monique Hayes on social media. I did, I'm hoping to get her on my show sometime because I think she's a great physique, big broad shoulders, great natural physique. I know she got breast implants now. She comes on IG. She does some cooking every now and then because she cooks for competitors like that. But I know you're talking about Monique Hayes, two Moniques. I would love to get both of them because I think Monique Hayes lives in Georgia. Carmen lives in South Carolina. I would love to get these, both these ladies. If I can, I would love to get them on the show together. The battle of the Moniques, Monique Hayes, Monique Jones. They're both from my mothers. I might do, as you know, next month is going to be Mother's Day. I might do comparison video using these two, both from being mothers. They're both, I think, they're mothers of young girls, and and I hope to, get them on here. But yeah, I see. See, yeah, facts. So, fellas, I can't stay here much longer. I am getting hungry. Like I said, I took a nap earlier. I hadn't ate since this afternoon, and I'm a fat man. My stomach is craving something. So I do appreciate you coming. Balls deep, Lar. Also, I appreciate uh, Wyvet Bova. We just talked about Wyvet Bova. Wyvet Bova. She's the one that really, changed the face of porn. Changed the face of body. Wyvet Bova and my dear friend Miss Wanda Lee were the first two female bodybuilders to start doing hardcore porn, and they really changed the face of which used to be now you got a lot of women like you got Lisa Cross, and you got also Brandy Mae Ackers who does it, but yeah, I say yeah, nice talking to you, Lar. It was nice talking to you, but like I say, if you could really help our brother, especially making content about women's bodybuilding, reach out to your friend Miss Joan. It's Lee Yoon. And also with you, Ball Steve, if you can get me with good, a good word with Monique and also Margie, I would love that. I really appreciate that. Any help for this content, especially to support women's bodybuilding, I appreciate any of it. Here goes. Jules Jade. Jules Jade, she was more of a porn star than a bodybuilder, and truthfully. Because if you think about it, she started out mostly just doing body, but now she does, she started competing a while back. I think she does women's figure. I know Jules Jade. I see some porn now. She has big, and also you got to forget Kitten. Marcy Scott Kitten. She competed as in physique for quite some time, but now she does fitness and stuff. But remember Kitten with the tongue. Kim Chambers, there's Shay Fox, Janet Mason, Ashley Chambers. I might do a show about that. You know, we'll probably have to do it late in the evening because I know sometimes I don't want to. This is a yeah. You guys probably do it later in the evening and talk about that. Yes, Lord. But I'm not gonna hold y'all for itself because, like I said, it's about time for me to eat. Like I said, I appreciate y'all coming through. I'd like to give a shout out to my man Jin, Hand of the Emperor. I want to give a shout out to Balls Deep. I give a shout out to Lar. I can't say your name. I got to rework on your name, but I really appreciate. I really appreciate all y'all coming through and any help you can give me. If you know any other ladies in the sport of bodybuilding who really want to tell their story, who really want to share, their path or how they got in sport of bodybuilding, like I said, go. You have my link of my channel in the script in the chat. My IG is there. Just click on my IG, follow me, and you can send some of my DMs, and I'd be happy. I will respond. If it's somebody I really, I will respond. Sometimes I might not. Sometimes you get these people sending those Bitcoin or crypto things. I usually delete those. But if you generally wants to promote my channel, promote women's bodybuilding, I can use all the help I can get. So as again, I'm going to end this little session. I appreciate again Balls Deep for coming through, Laura for coming through, my man Marcus Bell, anybody, also my man Jen, the Hand of the Emperor. Really, really appreciate y'all. Like, who's this? Your interview of Gabby Vega. Yes, Gabby, she's a lovely lady. Lovely Latino lady, lovely Mexican lady. I enjoyed my interview with her. I'm hoping she says she might be doing Savannah in a few months. I hope to get to see her because I hope to get to see her in person. So nice. I communicated a bit with her. Yeah, she's such a nice lady. I mean, she really wants to come over here because she knows there's more opportunity for female bodybuilders. Because in Mexico, it's a very not very masculine country. The idea of female bodybuilders is very offensive to them. So she's not she's just but she really loved to come here and compete. In America, she really loved to love here. Yes, she comes. Yes, she comes in U.S. She would be nice for her to meet her. Yes, it'd be a great opportunity to meet her. So and yeah. So like I said again, as I'm going to sign off because it's already past my supper time, and I gotta start cooking. I'm gonna be late. I was late coming out here, late for supper. I appreciate you again. Balls Deep, Lar, my man Marcus Bell, my partner Jen, Hannah the Emperor, all of you out there who follow my channel. If you like, subscribe, comment. If you missed watch it, you can watch it later. And thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting my content. Subscribe, like, share. And also if it's like if you don't like, hey, you know what? That tells me something. That what you think about me, I'm not thinking about you. So like I said, this is your man all the way Joe Page, aka the Emperor, female bodybuilding, female body talk. This was our Muscle Talk episode number 81. 81. A few more, I'll be up to 100. Like, subscribe. Don't like, subscribe. I am out. Have a great day.